Katie Hopkins, thanks for coming on.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So apparently the column that you wrote and the conversation that we had were reported as hate crimes in Great Britain?
Yes, that's absolutely correct. The column I wrote, which was really quite heartfelt, about walking through the city after the attacks, feeling ourselves being pushed under by a terrorist. It was kind of a soft, thoughtful piece. That's been reported repeatedly as a hate crime against this country, and Londoners have completely lost their mind about me speaking out, about me failing to stick to the song sheet that we've been issued, because I don't say we stand united, because I will not say we are not cowed, because I'm speaking out about the fact that I believe this was all about Islamic terror and it sits with the Muslim community. London has absolutely lost the plot. They are mad as a box of frogs.
What happened to your island, which gave the world freedom of speech and was, the embodiment of pluck and vigor and toughness and self-sufficiency, and took over the whole world? And now you're being called a hate criminal, and your Twitter is trying to censor you? Like, what happened exactly?
Yeah, and that's nothing new for me. These liberals will come at you any way they can. They report me to social services about my children. They have reported me to the Major Crime and Homicide Command. I've been interviewed under caution. That's kind of standard stuff for me. I don't mind. J.K. Rowling writes for children, and she writes about a fantasy land. Now, she wants to believe a fantasy land where we're all getting on well together and it's a brilliant, marvellous place, and it's absolutely fine, no problem that someone mows down people as they cross a bridge. We'll leave that up to J.K. Rowling. People have said to me, look, Katie, we survived the Blitz. We can survive this. This is nothing. Well, in the Blitz, we were fighting for something. We were defending our great country. As far as I see it, London, which is really Obama on steroids, London are accomplices in wanting this country to fail. And that's why you'll see on Wednesday, when we finally kickstart the process of leaving the European Union, the rest of the UK, which is essentially Trump Town, where I belong, we are leaving the EU. We will stand defiant. We will stand up for Great Britain. London, Obama on steroids, completely different place, lost to the liberals who want to deny this attack had anything to do with Islam at all, and in fact have come out on the other side saying we must stand up and defend the Muslim community.
So what's been the response from the British government to this?
It's been incredible, actually, to see this kind of diversionary tactics that are being used. Basic questions, difficult questions that we need answers. They're in my dailymail.com column that's up online right now. Difficult questions like, what happened in prison to that man to turn him from Adrian into Khalid? Why was he in Saudi for a number of short visits? He said he was teaching English. Why is it that the police are determined he was a lone attacker when, in fact, when he came back from Saudi, he went to live in an extremist community, living amongst a group that is now banned for being extreme in their nature? And why is it that he was on the periphery of MI5's intelligence, but he's not even on the list of 3,000 very dangerous criminals, homegrown terrorists waiting to attack within weeks? And I suppose the most difficult question of all, if Khalid is not on that list of 3,000 terrorists looking to attack within weeks, how many other Khalids are out there in this country that here, London, Obama on steroids, doesn't want to admit or be honest about?